The ellipse is used when you're quoting a long quote, but you don't need it all. So perhaps you start out with the quote, and then after a few words, you could skip a part before you get to the next phase of the quote that you want to include in your paper. So the ellipse tells the reader that this quote is really longer, but that was unimportant, what I skipped. And the ellipses tell you that you've skipped something within the quote. So here I'm quoting. I start out with the quotation marks because this is what is copied from somebody else's work. In, on, under. Obviously, there are more prepositions than just those that are listed, but you get the point. So an ellipse can be used. In, on, under. You may be checking the chapter's title soon. All right, so this particular quote had quotation marks. There was a series of prepositions that were listed, so there are commas between. Here's the ellipse to say that words were left out. The quote's actually longer. Checking the chapter's title. Here is an apostrophe. This is showing that the chapters own the title. That's the title of the chapter. And then here's the end of the quote, the end period, and the quotation marks. Now I'm finished actually copying the quote from this particular book. Then you're going to use a dash, state the author, put a comma between the author's name and the actual title of the book. And this book is in italics. I chose italics because we've already quoted here and used the quotation marks, so it would be confusing if quotation marks were used again. But the length of this book is not like a complete work of Shakespeare, so italics is a way to show that this book is smaller than a big conglomeration of Shakespeare's works. So an italics is fine on this. And then the page number is also noted. So if somebody else wanted to look up the entire quote, they could go to this particular book and look on page 55 and find the whole thing.